Hi, my name is Enrico Rigor Katangay, and in behalf of my group, I'll be discussing to you today our food finals. So this is basically it. Introduction to McDonald's. I really don't think you need an introduction to McDonald's on what kind of food they serve, but just let me give you a brief introduction on how McDonald's started. So, as you can see, in introduction, McDonald's is a corporation in an American fast food company founded in 1940. It is a restaurant operated by Richard and Maurice McDonald in San Bernardo, California, United States. So, yeah, basically that's how McDonald's was founded, and this is how I'll be introducing to you McDonald's in terms of food. So what do we have is the overall process. So what does McDonald's do overall? So McDonald's company integrates different quality management factors in its business process to ensure McDonald's apply different strategies with which includes speed measurements, the 5 Ps, employee training, etc. The mission of the McDonald's company consists of delivering operational excellence at the heart of its effort to increase sales and profits for its policies in food and service quality design to make the firm stand out from its competitors. So basically, that's it for the overall process on what McDonald's aims to do on this service management industry. And yeah, let's talk about the menu development. So McDonald's features several products in their menu, which are permanent or do not change. An example of these include their basic hamburgers, their cheeseburgers, the Big Mac, the Quarter Pounder. After initial development, these items actually remain on the menu for extended periods of time without undergoing significant changes. This strategy ensures that there is always something familiar for customers on the menu. So, yeah, in the Philippines, it's quite different. We still have like the basic hamburgers, but then again, part of the permanent menu is actually chicken McDo, which is a piece of chicken with rice, a gravy, and a side of fries or even a drink. And other than that, those are like permanent pieces or permanent food items in McDonald's. But then again, of course, we have like the seasonal items, such as the Korean burger that we have going on in the Philippines. So yeah, in the menu presentation, as you can see in the menu, it's a static menu. So when you go, of course, into McDonald's, you'll definitely see a big screen in there, and that's basically a static menu. Um, you just choose an option on what you want, and we'll talk about that more on the menu structure. So on the menu structure, of course, everything is structured with how McDonald's works. Of course, you have to first go to the cashier, ask for the food item that you want from the static menu. For example, I'll be choosing like a Big Mac or a Coca-Cola with that menu, and that's how they prepare the menu. So that's the structure of the menu. Of course, it depends on some underlying factors, which comes in the menu planning. So when menu planning comes in place, of course, we'll definitely see like how they prepare it. So for example, burgers are always there 24/7, so they should have like a lot of plentiful of stocks of those. But of course, there's of course like vegetables, and for the vegetables, of course, it has to be you know refrigerated or fridge. For example, we have like lettuce and some tomatoes, so something like that. Well, other than this, that is basically it on the menu planning. There are some differences when seasonal items come in. For example, we have now is the K burgers, and recently, previously, yeah, we also had like the fish and chips and some rice bowls as well. So basically, that's it for the menu planning on McDonald's. Now, what we have is a product flow in kitchen. So this is just an example of it. I'm not going to go in depth on detail on what it is, but basically you would know how the product flow of is, since you've I think most people have ate on McDonald's. But yeah, other than that, this is the design layout. The design is very simple. It's not as complex as other restaurants, because literally it's just preparing simple meals to simple customers. So it doesn't really require a lot of like heating and torching, stuff like that, like grilling. We can just grill like patties and stuff. Other than that, the procurement, for the methods of purchasing is that there's a lot of ways that we can purchase it, you know and yeah, for the supplier section evaluation, this is what it looks like. The global franchises first places an order, the suppliers, logistics, so on and so forth. You can really see in the chart how everything is. So yeah, of course we have specifications in terms of procurement, and of course we also have it as a unique gold chain, which is necessary to maintain the integrity of the food products and retain the freshness and nutritional value. So basically that's how everything is on the food side of it, especially with the storage of the food, from the burgers to everything. And other than that, we also have like the inventory, which is very important as well in terms of food procurement. In terms of distribution and services, there's different types of ways to distribute food items on McDonald's. So in the Philippines, we have Food Panda. What we have Grab Food. We have a lot of platforms actually. We even have Shopee, which is how you can buy like a set of meal at a discount, I suppose. And besides that, we also have the categories of services. So, what is McDonald's is a counter service where customers are handed over the counter. So everything is handed over the counter, not like your typical restaurant where there will be like an attendant for you at all times. So yeah, pretty much for the service management of McDonald's, that the service quality and customer satisfactions are the basis that enables McDonald's to create the exceptional fast food service. Since McDonald's was established, the service concept has been based on the first class quality, value, and cleanliness. So, in terms of handling the complaints, McDonald's hopes that if anything does not meet your satisfaction, you will tell the counter person, and he or she will try to replace or try to solve the problem or salvage the problem. If they can't, they or the customer should take the issue to the manager and do it resolve. So basically, that's it in terms of solving the problem. You, of course, need to voice out your opinion as well as a consumer, so that McDonald's will know that, hey, there is a problem on the service. Well, other than that, we also have safety, sanitation, and maintenance, especially now with the COVID-19 pandemic still happening in the Philippines and some part of the countries. McDonald's has implemented stricter rules and stricter regulations when it comes to food ordering or eating at the restaurant. So we have contactless deliveries or takeout. Of course, we can then have it delivered in Mac Delivery or Food Panda, Grab Express, anything goes. And then there's of course contactless dine-in with like the acrylic shields up on front and things like that. So other than that, the safetiness. So the way to handle any food products can affect both the safety and the quality of the treat. You can leave a severe impact on customers' experience and the sales of restaurants through improper food handling. So mostly safety is a big thing in McDonald's. It's a global wide known franchise of food services and restaurant chains. And yeah, if the food is not safe, then it will definitely leave an impact. So they should really try to do everything as well, so that the food is free from the harmful bacteria, viruses, chemicals, or foreign objects. Yeah, we all know that there are some cases with restaurants having a bit of a mishaps and issues, but at McDonald's, they try to fix everything so that the customer will experience the secureness of the management. Yeah, so this is what it looks like in the scale, as you can see. And sanitation, of course, in terms of the COVID-19, there's face coverings for all customers and crew, the hair nets, the hygiene, the crew temperature checks, the crew wellness checks, the restaurant cleanliness, the social distancing, the limited dine-in, the contactless ordering and delivery. So basically, these are all correlated with COVID-19 situations, which is very relevant as of now. And in terms of maintenance, one of the largest employers in the world, McDonald's regularly hires maintenance workers to provide technical support to restaurant locations. Primary job duties for McDonald's maintenance workers includes installing, repairing, and maintaining restaurant grounds and equipment. So basically, it's how they run the restaurant on maintenance, because every now and then there would be like problem or mishap, and of course we don't want McDonald's to, we don't want McDonald's to fail on the service side. So we have to maintain everything as fast as we can, as smooth as we can, so that everything is, cohesive in terms of food preparing, food preparations, food delivery, so on and so forth. Well, there is, of course, the food safety program, which is just to help out on the food sourcing, the mental development, the packaging, distribution, logistics. So that every customers all over the world is expected to have the maintain food safety standards of McDonald's. So that's basically what is running McDonald's different countries when it comes to food safety programs. And of course, we have the customer safety. It differs, of course. In the Philippines, we have security guards on like McDonald booths, on McDonald restaurants, I suppose, so on and so forth, just so that everything is safe. Yeah, and other part of safetiness, so that they can follow the standard procedures for the food service industry, so that the customers will feel safe with the distributors, with third party audits, stuff like that. And thank you so much. So that basically sums it up on the food project that we made. I would like to thank my colleagues, Caleb Quinones, um, um, Paul J. Fronda, Alia Vasquez, and Jasper Tibong, and doing this project with me. So basically, that's it in terms of food project management. And we really learned a lot, and I hope you learned a lot as well. So thank you so much. I'll be ending now. Thank you.